and they're saying that it's they're implying whether directly or indirectly that it's okay to that we should gauge the different levels of disrespect of a child.
Who did that?
My brother,
He says not towards
you,
you.
you said you don't want to talk to me, right?
Who did that though?
So
Because he's
how
still
come every
talking
time
about
I'm
me,
No,
speaking,
I, so
right? I
I
didn't do
cleared
that.
up. I cleared up. Plenty of people have done it, not you.
Or who today? Who we talking about right now? Let's not play dumb, Sharon. Let's not do this, bro. Let's be real, bro.
He said he's
Don't do
talking in
that.
general.
I'm not an idiot.
That's
You're
what I'm
not
saying.
either.
So what I'm trying to get you to understand, that if he said he's going to talk in general and he's going to
You don't talk in general about me, bro.
read.
That's just talking about me without saying my name. It's the
so am
same
I gonna
shit.
have to drop you again?
Am I gonna have to drop you again? We
Well,
can play
let's
that
do it. I
game.
mean, listen, we can do it if
I
that's
mean,
what
we
you
can
want to
do
do.
that.
I'm trying to be respectful, but every
You're
time I
not.
speak, you're talking
You're not.
over me, right? So let me
You're
know.
not.
Let me know how you want to handle it.
We can
You know
do
what I'm saying?
whatever
We
you
can we
want to
can
do,
handle it
G.
respectfully,
Whatever you got on your mind,
or
we can do, G.
or we
Whatever
can
you
do
got
it
on
through
your mind, we
competition.
can do, G.
Like it
And
doesn't
I do
matter.
mean whatever. My list exceeds the internet.
No, we're
Whatever
not.
you want to do, we can do.
And what does that mean? So now you an internet gangster?
Whatever you
No,
want to
we're
do,
not.
we
We're
can
not
do.
going that far. We're
So
not
you
even
an
going to
internet
entertain that.
gangster?
Whatever
Hold
you
on,
want
hold
to
on.
do,
How
we can
to?
do.
How
Come
to?
on,
Hold
man.
on. We're not going. Hold on. How to? We're not even going to entertain that conversation. We're not
Sharon,
even
you
going to
keep
entertain it.
entertaining the fuckery right here, bro.
No, but because we can have verbal discourse. I don't. That's
It's no
fine.
need for all of that, bro. You understand at this point, you more than understand that what I'm saying has nothing to do with severities, levels, or any of that. It has everything to do with the dichotomy and the manner in which you are presenting this and what that potentially opens you up to in the future, right? This has very little to do with any of this other fuckery that everyone's talking about, right? Respectfully. So why
First and
are you
foremost,
even
Cuzzo,
entertaining
did he
something
bring himself
that in
back?
any
I
way
paid $100.
alludes to that type of stuff, bro?
I paid $100 to drop him, right?
I could pay another 100, bro.
Did he bring himself back? Yes or no? I'm asking my cousin something.
Where you
No.
paid it at, bro? Where you paid it at?
On
I don't
Cash
see
App.
that.
I'll show you.
Yeah.
I thought we got to. I'll show you. And I can
Got to
show.
stay on top of your cash app, Sharon.
So let me see. Can it's focused? And this is not. This is not me trying to do any do anything. He was gonna have the conversation, but this is I don't. It shouldn't be this difficult of a conversation.
Yeah, it shouldn't, but like brothers got to understand to stop taking things so personal, right? If you said something that was perceived a certain way, all you got to do is add clarity, right? But if you just continue to say the same thing over and over again and you're still being misunderstood, then that's a you problem. That's not beholden on the audience to understand. So you need to find another way to reach the audience. But I want to hear what Classic Codes have to say as far as breaking down what he was saying.
It's the first one. How to? Yes. So classic codes, you'll be able to get a chance to substantiate your argument.
Oh, I ain't got no argument. I was coming up here to. They seemed like they needed clarity. I just came to give them some. I don't have an argument.
Yeah. Give up the clarity of the 2 super chats so we got an understanding of it.
What was the questions y'all had? Well, because I thought I was straight to it. I said I can't remember exactly how I worded it.
This one's the first one that we didn't understand.
Okay, the softness on the panel, kids can handle insults. Yeah. What's so what y'all didn't get about this? What who had questions? I thought that's straightforward.
I did. I wanted you to kind of elaborate because I didn't understand what you were saying.
Did you get insulted as a child at all by anybody at all?
Did I ever get insulted as a child?
Yeah, by anybody.
Yes.
Yes. You okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. All right then.
No, it ain't all right then, right? And so yes, we can still live and still go on and be productive, but that doesn't mean that people don't like that those insults don't stick with children into adulthood. We got a lot of people, a lot of times the fuckery that they engaging in is, has something to do with what they went through in childhood. So let's not sit here and act like what children go through in childhood doesn't impact them moving forward. Yes, they're very resilient, but we got research showing that it has long-term effects.
Yeah, all I'm hearing is the reason why everybody's soft.
Okay, well, I mean, it can be soft to you, but sir,
Yes.
who are you? Right?
A man.
No. But I mean, I'm saying that in the sense of who give a fuck about your opinion, right? You get what I'm saying? It don't mean nothing to nobody but you and your granny.
Y'all asked me to come up.
They did.
I was chilling.
Right. They did. But I'm just saying, like, okay, if you think all these things, that's wonderful, but that's what you think, and it don't really matter to nobody else.
I don't get it. Are you gonna do you have a real rebuttal for me?
Yeah, that's the rebuttal. So if you want your kids to be insulted and end up like you, that's more power to you. But the rest of us don't. We want to treat children like we value them.
Okay, let's have a real conversation. So
we are.
Prior to Corey Holcomb insulting his daughter, you think she had never been insulted before? Up until this point, all right. Is she okay? Is she okay? Is she okay?
We don't know.
She does taekwondo. She be beating girls up nationally.
And just because you do taekwondo,
she's okay.
She's okay. Engaged. Okay, so are we gonna have a conversation, or are you gonna talk over me?
I'm just telling you she's okay.
Right, and I'm asking you, are you gonna talk over me, or are we gonna have a conversation?
Both.
Because I didn't ask you to come up here, so I get your black ass up out of here.
It doesn't matter.
Right. Okay. Go ahead and drop them, Sharon.
Let me just read the cash app real quick. It says, "Drop buddy, and bring me back." 150. You put 150 out.
Yeah.
So
it's up to y'all. I just wanted to provide clarity. I just think that a lot of people are excessively sensitive. That's all.
No, the problem is but you talking about kids on kids, but we talking about a grown person talking about a kid. That's where it becomes
and in a public forum where he held up her picture.
Oh no, how to let me? I want to, because Classic brought up a point, right? So when it's a grown man talking about a young child, that's a different level of insult. Kids is going to look at a man at a way different level of an insult than a kid on kid type of insult. And we got to be able to recognize that. And the men that is around got to be able to check Corey, say, "Hey, bro, you are going way too far. No, that young lady should not." Whatever we got to do to make sure men do not follow the lead of Corey Holcomb, because it's not just an insult. People go to therapy because of insults. Children also get themselves in a position where they willing to take their own life because of insults. So we cannot just sweep it under the rug as it doesn't mean anything to a child.
Right. So y'all having a conversation about whether you guys think his actions are right or wrong, right? Okay, I have yet to have that conversation. I'm just talking about how real life goes on. None of you guys have a remote control that somebody else could pick up and control y'all. So you only are in charge of your own behavior and your own actions. You will never have jurisdiction over another human being, especially an adult's behavior. So what I'm telling to y'all is my argument is not whether or not it is or isn't okay. I actually haven't stated a position in that regard. I'm just talking about real life. When you choose to disrespect someone, you have nothing to do with how far they want to take their response at all. So what you should do is, if you don't want to be disrespected, is play nice at all times. Be a respectful person at all. Can I please? I'm finna land, I promise. Play nice at all times.
I thought you was cutting me off.
Okay, right. Go for it.
So
that's fair. That's fair. Go ahead. That's fair.
That's why. Okay, so yes, you can't dictate how people respond to your disrespect and how far they gonna go to meet you where you at. But why is it that black men are so quick to have a problem with a man and then punch the woman next to him? Punch the man. It's always y'all looking for somebody. Even Sharon done had it. They get mad at Sharon and they start talking about his wife and kids. What? So no, that's the softness.
Right. So
if you got a problem with a man, take it to that man. Don't bring a girl into it.
I want to make sure you get to. I want to ask you something. So if all of us unanimously say right now on 3, Corey was wrong, does that change anything?
Absolutely.
Is that going to stop the next adult from doing it if they feel the need to do it? Is that gonna stop? Is that gonna dictate the next person's level of
I,
disrespect if they so
I,
choose?
I want to
Yes.
answer that.
No,
That's
no, I
dumb to
said
say.
many times
Hold
black
on, no,
men
no.
have a culture of disrespect. So no, that's not gonna change it. Y'all have a culture of disrespect. That's who you are.
Let me know when I can jump in too,
Yes,
Sharon.
but it
Whatever.
will change how men move forward. So if more men is jumping on the train that we don't do that, more men are not going to do that. And so when we get it to be 100% totality, no, it's always going to be some person that's willing to just be, out of their mind. But we can get majority of men, the greater majority of men, to understand that this ain't cool, it's not acceptable, and we will be essentially signing a social contract with the other brothers, like, hey, this is a line that we don't cross, and majority of men will follow that lead.
I have a
And
question
you
for you.
said
I
that
have a question for you.
too, bro.
I have a question for anybody who wants to answer. Can somebody give me just a decade in human history where this that what y'all talking about, this utopia y'all talking about? Can anybody give me a decade in human history where this ever existed?
Yeah,
Okay.
it
That's a
happens.
relevant
Hold on.
question.
It happens with men and a relationship with women. Men on a whole look at it is okay to love your woman and step out, as long as you just dick her down, as long as you ain't giving money. We men have this understand, like, hey, you could go ahead and step out, but as long as you don't treat that other woman as better. So like we have these codes, that these barbershop codes that we as a collective we tend to follow. And this is why we have the situation that we are in today. So yes, it's been going on for a very long time that men follow certain rules by the majority of men have put forward before them.
Look,
I can agree.
hold up, bro.
I can agree
Hold
to
up.
disagree with you, Sharon. I don't. You didn't
Live
give me a
audio.
deck.
I got you,
You
NT. Hold on, I got you, NT.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
gonna bring you in.
Cue me up. Yeah.
I respect your position. I'll agree to disagree with you because you didn't give me a decade where that existed. I've never seen the majority of men moving with that level of respect. Men have always been individuals, and however they want to move is how they gonna move. I've seen men move with the greatest level of grotesque, and sinister energy, and I've seen men be, put their life on the line to save children. So men are individuals. Men gonna do what they see fit. All men don't have the same parameters. Guy code ain't never been real. Girl code ain't never been real. They're figures of speeches and they've never existed. I'm just a person who embraces reality, regardless of if it's harsh or positive. I understand that it's convenient to be delusional for the sake of feeling good, but that's not the world that we live in. If somebody disrespect any of these brothers up here, LJ just told the brother up here, he said, hey man, my way of handling this exceeds the internet. Y'all try to reel him in. LJ is a grown man. You can't reel that grown man in. If that's how he feel, that's what he on. We can all stand up here and take a vote, and LJ still gonna be LJ. LJ, am I right? You still gonna be you, right? If we all take a vote on your behavior, you still gonna behave how you want, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So even if all of us say it's wrong, right?
Well, no. You see
Are
what
you
I'm
gonna
saying?
you gonna change for
I
our
got a
vote?
left and right limit, bro. So if
Damn.
everyone is saying I'm wrong, right,
Mhm.
then that would cause me to evaluate
You
my
know us?
rectitude
It
in
would
certain
Why?
cause you
things.
to evaluate, but would it cause you
Exactly.
to change?
It depends.
Hold on, y'all. I promise I'm gonna get
Possibly. It
everybody
has
in
to
there.
be
I promise
evaluation.
you.
It depends on how my evaluation goes. But yes, that could possibly
Exactly.
cause me to change.
Okay.
Possibly.
Great
Let me
point.
know when I can go,
Well, so
Sharon.
now you're
I
quiet
got you.
now
I
because
got
you
you.
thought you was gonna get a certain
No,
answer from me. Right?
I'm not quiet at all. He don't
Hell
he don't.
no.
Hey, listen, LJ
Hold
is
on,
saying
I want to keep it. We've been. Let's keep it. Everybody get their full thought out. Because Auntie want to address you as well.
Yeah.
Classic. Are you finished with your thought, Classic?
yeah, I'm cool.
Got Auntie.
I really didn't have much to address Classic on because he kind of, you know what I'm saying, he hit the nail. But I did want to say this to even what PhD Diva said, or I think Classic might have touched on it too. Like at what point do do um do men, I mean, she had to mention it, like black men move totally different than other men do, whatever.
Y'all
But
are, which is why y'all in the position
bullshit.
y'all is.
Meet some more black men or get you one, whatever, and then you can talk about us. But on some real shit, for the most part, I'm gonna tell you what'll happen. At what point, like in a perfect world, just like Classic said, yes, men will say, hey, women, children, off limits, can't do that. But as soon as all of the men as a collective say women, children, off limits, grotesque, ignorant, stupid men, you know what I'm saying, that have no morals are going to start using women and children as human shields. Yes, that's what that's what you see. That's what you've seen. That's what happens. They're going to use your morals against you in a fight, just like Anton Daniels did. You know what I'm saying? For a long time. You know what I'm saying? He used his wife and his daughter as a human shield, hoping nobody would come at his wife and daughter, and then just played the victim when it happened so he could get more views.
Okay, so but the issue is that we are not talking about in 100% totality, and I think that's where the misunderstanding is at. We saying that the men that are moved in the right, correct way, they need to hold a certain standard, because if majority of men are moving a certain way, other men are going to follow. It's just a natural thing. Majority of men are followers, and we know that for a fact. So if men move a certain way, other men is going to follow that same route and say, hey, this is what we're doing. This is what's cool. This is what's not. At one point, everybody was not wearing their pants off their ass until it became cool.
Understandable. But check this out, right? They used to say, real quick, Sharon,
like it's the same as
like women and children first and all of that other stuff. Keep in mind, they dropped an atomic bomb on Nagasaki, okay, and Hiroshima in the name of patriotism. How many innocent women and children, you know what I'm saying, had to take it from there? And no, it wasn't no black men giving that order. So miss me with that. And
of
that ain't
course,
nothing new.
y'all don't have any power.
Yeah, y'all don't
control nothing.
Hold on, but we cannot
put that on black men. We know you want
So number one, that's a great example, and that example shows is that like hold on, Auntie. So Auntie, that's a great example, and what that example show is that once that happened, the world said no, this is not cool, and this is why it never happened again. And so when this happens, we as men of the world of men should say this shit ain't cool, so it won't happen again. So that's the lens we need to be operating in. Everybody armed themselves with everybody said it wasn't good when they dropped that bomb, right? They thought it was going to be a different response, but the world's like, nah, this ain't cool. Even our own country said this ain't cool, and it changed the way how people fight wars moving forward. So this bomb that Corey dropped should have changed the way how men look at going at women and children moving forward. God damn, Sharon is good.
Sharon, to be honest, I'll tell you how it changed things. It changed things. It became an arms race. Now everybody wanted that type of weaponry. You know?
Nah, bro. People respect consequences.
Because that type of weaponry, because of the damage that it could do, created more of a deterrent.
Bro, it's apples and oranges again, comparing this Nagasaki bomb shit to this situation. Those are two different situations.
No, but hold on. Even in YouTube terms, social media terms, when somebody goes at somebody or exposes somebody or drops that, we use that analogy.
Is this Antique from back in the day? Fight Club Antique
on him. You hit him with the nuke. You know what I'm saying?
If Fight Club Antique
like that,
yes.
So we use that.
All right. Cool.
I think it's a good analogy here.
My fault.
Yeah.
Auntie will talk your fucking head off. I forgot about that.
No, I'm done. I'm mute.
What's good, G man? I ain't seen you, Lee. Even PhD, but man, you still got some reprehensible shit to say about black people, PhD. But
I said men, not people, baby. I said men, not people.
Huh? You don't think men are people?
I said men, not people. Right. But so people is everybody. Men is specific. So I made a specific.
I understand that. I made a more general one, but we're saying the same
but so
thing.
That's inaccurate because I didn't make a general one. I made a specific one. I called out the group that I was talking about.
I think y'all missing the biggest point here. The person whose job it is to make sure that Anton's wife and child is not disrespected is Anton's. It ain't. If somebody, it's all black men's job for me to protect my. It's y'all job to protect my family.
You don't have no fucking integrity, do you?
It takes
It's y'all job to protect my family on
this.
You have integrity.
Let me hit you right quick.
All right. So how to want to jump in and Truth want to jump in on this. Let me make sure he finished with his thought first. You good with your thought, or we can answer now?
I'm not good. I'm trying to figure out how on the planet Earth, how would you ever call yourself a protector and a provider if it's not your job first to protect your own family? Let me tell y'all this before anybody jump in, because I know y'all gonna have 100 rebuttals. If I had a wife and a child and one of y'all disrespecting my wife and a child, there will be no panel talking about how you shouldn't have said what you said, and it'll already be took care of. Y'all will be paneling about how it got handled, not about, oh, he shouldn't have said that, and oh, my feelings, and this some soft shit. This some 2026 soft shit. Men have the bar of masculinity is in hell. This is soft as hell. We grew up. No. I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna be quiet for a minute. We grew up where if you wore the wrong shoes to school, there was a circle of people around you humiliating you for 15 minutes after the bell rung. Y'all telling me, come man, this shit inexplicably soft. Inexplicably, I'm disappointed in all these black men. Anton Daniels, is your job to protect your wife and your kids and your bloodline and their names. If he not gonna do nothing about it, we shouldn't do nothing about it. Period. If he's not gonna stand up for his family, why are y'all? Why are y'all? Why is it your job?
Okay. Get how to, and then how to, then truth. Got.
All right. So I'm gonna start by saying, bro, people respect consequences, right? So when we as a community, we as a greater than single, right, come together and say this type of behavior is wrong and unacceptable, and we shun people, we ostracize people. Even the concept you were talking about, right, back in the day, kids didn't want to wear certain shoes to school because you would be made fun of, right? So even that's an example of community consequences affecting behavior. You get what I'm saying? Or being used to modify behavior. Now, if we move past that, the issue of rectitude here, right? Now, I don't like to be the standard bearer for what's right and wrong, bro. I have a history of jumping out of planes and doing awful shit. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna be the anyone's moral compass, because I know what I was willing to do for the money Uncle Sam gave me. You get what I'm saying? Rectitude here, though, bro. I think it's hard to argue that either Corey was right for speaking about Anton's kids. I think it's hard to argue that Anton was right for speaking about Tyranny's kids in any sense. You get what I'm saying? The issue of rectitude, bro, certain behaviors, we have to have standards as a society, as a community. We should not condone or big up certain behaviors. And the last thing, bro, is this concept of the village, right? There was a famous man back in the day by the John Donne. That's his name, John Donne. He wrote this thing called the Meditations, right? In the 13th meditation, he said, "No man is an island entire unto itself. Every man is a piece of the main, right? Any man's death diminishes me, for I am involved in humanity. If but a clod were washed away by sea from Britain, the isle would be less. Therefore, never send to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee." You get what I'm saying? So you just got to think like that, bro. The we is always greater than the I. That's it.
Great point. Man. Go ahead. All right, too. Let them have the quick back and forth, and you got it right after they back and forth. Go ahead, Classic.
What are we talking about? Hey, bro, I'm from Chicago. People be dying and shit. We talking about insults? We gotta stop. Somebody getting smoked right now where I'm at. We talking about insults? We talking about jokes from a comedian.
No, we not.
Yeah, he's a comedian who cracked jokes about a man who disrespected his child, and we really talking about it like we need to have a come to Jesus moment as a community.
Because man, it wasn't comedy when he did it.
We can unite about something more important on this panel than protecting us.
That's what people like Anton bank on. They bank on the world defending him.
Hold on, Anthony. Hold on. No, it's more. No, this is very important. The way how we are going to move forward. We got to start, especially as black men, get on some kind of code where we say this is tolerable, this is not tolerable. No. Because guess what? If you have your child in the street and you ain't there, you will want somebody that to stand up to say, "Hey, leave that child alone."
No, it ain't
Hold on.
I would agree with you.
Hold on. I got because I skipped truth. I don't want it to go past them. So what I'm saying,
I won't be as long-winded though. But go ahead.
So what I'm saying is that we live in a society. We don't let. This is why How To was just talking about. We don't live on no island, and so we do need men to move a certain way so other men know not to cross any lines. Because the majority of men say these are lines that's not going to be crossed. More men is going to stay in pocket. once we have it lawless and everybody's just willy-nilly, that is a very dangerous situation for family. Maybe you don't understand because like right now, my wife and kids is outside. And I would want somebody that to stand up just like me to say, hey, leave that child alone. You a grown-ass man. You should not be attempting to intimidate no little kid by saying, look at your shoes. If another little kid said that is what it is. But a grown man should not be going up to somebody's child and say, you look like a goddamn boy. That's going to disrespect the kid on a higher level, way more than any child. So we got to put it in the right place.
Sharon, it's been 4 summers, bro. How the fuck is it still my birthday?
There are problems.
Hey, real quick, Classic, before he goes to Truth, because I know Truth is going to cook. I would agree with Sharon, but if we're going to establish a code, let's start it from the beginning. Let's talk about the roots instead of the fruit. Right? Because once the fruit comes, it's a little too late. Let's talk about the roots. Establish the code of men don't use your women and children as a human shield. If you want your wife and your child off the internet, you keep your wife and child off of the internet. I don't mean to plug this, but I'm going to play that entire exchange because I have it. The entire exchange with Tyranny and Anton off of Fight Club. That man put his wife in the frame. And those was actually 2 women that was going at it. She was going at it with Island Gal Q. Y'all didn't even know that. Y'all didn't even remember that. That's how long ago it was. But I got it all.
Did they review it?
Uncensored. Yeah, they were going at it. And she was at Anton's house. Anton chose to come into the frame and proceed to roast Tyranny, and then even put the camera on his wife sitting right there too, to show everybody he had her and his wife in there. He's the one that always used his wife and his daughter to win arguments on the internet. So now people were using his wife and daughter to win arguments against him. I understand, yes, it's messed up, but let's start with the root. Homeboy, it's on Anton. Just like Classic said. That's your job to protect your family. So if you want to protect your family from conflict, avoid conflict.
I can't all the way disagree with Ant not really wrong with what he's saying, bro. I said this same thing on another panel. Bro. Yeah.
He's but we're gonna let Truth jump in. I got my thoughts on what Auntie said as well. I'm gonna hopefully we can get everybody's thoughts in it as well because I know this is it's starting to get. But go ahead, Truth.
Put me in the list.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much if we all men up here, saying somebody else's responsibility is for their wife and children, we already know that. That's a standing order. So that's not needed to be said. What we're talking about is the integrity of other men and how you move as a man. That's what we're talking about. That has nothing to do with Anton or Corey. How do you move as a man? Do you move as thorough as you talk? Because you talk very heavy. You talk about your city. What's understood don't need to be explained. And if your reputation precedes you,
I'm just making sure. You ain't say my name.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, classic codes. There we go.
Tenfold, I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking heavy. My city ain't no more dangerous than any other inner city. I was just pointing out the fact. I was just pointing out the fact that y'all don't know what real problems are. This is not a real problem. This is not a real problem. It's small potatoes.
Once again, we heard all that. But saying you from Chicago is irrelevant, especially if you're not the one out there active.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm saying we're not talking about a real problem. That's my point. I'm not trying to validate the city of Chicago. I don't care about it. Don't worry about what I'm doing.
We heard what you
make your point. Don't worry about what I'm doing.
We heard what you're talking about.
Make your point.
Your irrelevant statements is not needed. You ain't the one out there being thorough. You ain't the one out there active. You ain't the one out there.
Make your point, bro. You don't know me. Make your point. Sharon,
you get a chance to respond. I promise.
Make your point. You don't know me. Make your point.
You get a chance to respond to Paul.
I'm talking about how you speak. I don't have to know you. You can know a man by their words.
I'm in the suburbs right now. Make your point. I'm in the suburbs. Make your point. I'm in the suburbs. I'm around 99 white people. Make your point.
You spoke about being a man and soft, but you have no decorum, kid. So that's how I can tell you're not what you're talking up here. I am making my point.
You're right. I've never been in a set of handcuffs. Make your point. I'm not tough. I'm not tough. Make your point.
All right. So so that's the point. That's the point. You're not the one to be talking, spread anything about any code, any reason on how a man moves, especially if you're not coming with no integrity. Men that was raised by men, we know that integrity stands, standard stands. And the standard is we do not bother men or women or children, especially because we respect the man that governs them. And respect is number one for men. That's law. It ain't nothing else to be talked about after that.
Is this live? This live, right? Somebody go back and find where I said it was okay. Oh, okay. So you just made an irrelevant point. I never said it was okay. I never said it was okay. This is live. It's recorded. I never said it was okay.
Nobody said anything about okay or anything. Nobody said anything about okay.
You made 100. You made 100 assumptions about my character.
You did say it was okay.
I never said it was okay. I never said it was okay. You made.
Let me explain why he said it. All right, let me explain it.
No. I got him. I'll be more specific since he want to be technical. Did you say the word okay? No. Did you insinuate and imply that children are able to handle being disrespected at their age?
What I'm saying is life. No. I'm saying
not the curse, fellas.
My point is that life is tough. No. This is my point. Life is tough. Get a helmet. That's my point. Nobody has control of anybody else. As you live life, you're going to experience love. You're going to experience affection. You're going to experience disrespect. You're going to experience aggression. Life is all encompassing. As long as you live, you're going to experience everything that life has to offer you. The stronger you become and the sooner you become strong, the better off you will persevere and the better off you will prevail. If anybody up here finna preach, if anybody up here finna preach, if anybody up here, okay. So you don't believe in learn fast. Okay,
is able to handle being disrespected. What I said was, have you ever? No, you're wrong. You're wrong. What I said was, were you insulted at any point as a child? The person said yes. I said, are you okay? The person said yes. Do you know what the word implied means?
It's not implied. Are you okay? Were you insulted as a child?
Yes.
Are you okay?
Am I okay?
Yes.
Are you okay? Nigga, do you need therapy?
Am I okay? Yes.
It's some soft.
Was I bothered at the time that I was insulted? Yes.
It's soft.
So now what?
It's soft. We having a soft conversation. These are not real problems.
So classic. You saying that? So we got to make sure. All right, hold on. Let me try to level up the room a little bit. So the problem is that you put adult characteristics in a child is the problem.
Yeah.
I didn't put anything anywhere. I asked a question. I got an answer. And that was it. I said, have everybody up here got insulted as a child, and everybody up here is okay. Y'all want to talk about? So what does that imply? There's no implication. There's no implication.
I want to converse with this situation. Jesus Christ, so when you say have you ever got insulted as a kid and you are okay now, that is implying that yes, the young lady got insulted by a grown man, but she would be okay. That's what that's implying.
Nah, if y'all want to know what I'm saying, just ask more questions, ask probing questions. All I'm saying is that life's tough. Jerome, you don't get to choose. You are not. No, I'm not. No, it's not worse. It's not worse, salad fam. You don't get to choose how your life gonna be hard. You don't. Y'all. Have y'all gone anywhere? I've been to places where the whole country poor. This is a first world conversation. This is a luxurious first world conversation. I've been in villages where nobody got shoes. Nobody got shoes.
Okay, hold on. Let's slow down. I want to keep it. I want to keep it back calm. Hold on. Regardless if it's a first world thoroughbred, that's irrelevant. So even if it is a first world conversation, we are in a first world. So that's why we having it regardless, right? And so are we going to say that a child got the same fortitude as an adult?
Okay.
I'm asking.
That's a question.
I don't think anybody would say that.
Y'all keep trying to.
I wouldn't say that at all. I think the goalpost is kind of being moved just because I would agree with what Sharon is saying. No. A child is not on the same level as an adult, but it's the adults, like their custodial parent or just parent's job to protect them, not their parents' opponent's job to protect them. You're supposed to protect your children from your opponent.
Who said
your opponent ain't supposed to protect your children from the world?
Okay,
Who
that's
said
that's
the
what
woman
like
is
that.
wrong?
Oh, hold
But
on,
if you have the
hold on.
standard to stay the
Which
fuck out of
really
kids'
Hold on,
business,
I don't
why
want,
would
I
that
don't
even
want,
matter?
hold
your
on, hold
opponents
on,
a
hold
little
on.
more
I understand.
wisely.
Hold on. So the problem is, once we are saying that
Oh, you gotta
insult,
respect the money, cuz respect the money.
God damn it, I do gotta respect the money.
Super chat.
I'm confused as hell, man.
All right, let me respect
Jesus.
the money. It says, bring me back. The other 50 is for credit. All right, so you got 50,
Jesus.
so you got
Put
a
in the
50
clip.
out of
In the
credit.
clip.
You got
I
a 50 in the
thought
clip.
somebody got clipped.
Yeah,
And
50 in the
play my
clip.
song.
You got a
Play my
super
song.
chat too. Play a song and read the super chat.
All right, let me get to it.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
Let me also hold on 1 second. Let me bring my lady back. There she go.
No, now you want to bring me back. Black men unfiltered, $5. If more men tapped into their true nature, other men would fear talking about their family. Classic codes is cooking, soft era is here, and it's bad.
That's sad for Black Men Filter to say that. That is very sad. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna front.
yes.
That is sad to hear Black on Men Filter say that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Bro, y'all
I ain't
think
gonna lie to you,
talking
man.
on here,
I ain't gonna lie. That is wild to me. Like, hey, look, no matter what. So this is how I look at it. Before I let Cuz get in, because I gotta respect the money. I don't want to get beat up. No matter what me and Truth ever went through, we said some foul things about each other. We did. But guess what? If I see his baby girl in trouble, well, if I know it's his baby girl or not, I'm gonna do something.
yes, sir.
I'm gonna do something. Even if, and let's say I do know what she looked like, and me and him just got into it. We had fisticuffs, and I see his baby girl against. I ain't gonna like, well, her daddy whooped my ass. I'm gonna just sit here and let her get. Nah, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not with it. I'm gonna get up there and say, nah, they ain't going down that. I'm at least use my voice at the bare minimum. And the fact that we are saying that we cannot use our voice as because we're not even asking nobody to physically do anything to Corey. We are Anton. We saying use your voice so we can get other men to follow the same ideology. Like, you know what? There's other men are right, and get other men to move forward like that as well. So we get the majority of our Black brothers to be moving in that same thought pattern, at least on that one thought pattern, to say children are off limits. We cannot equate a child getting insulted as an adult moving 30, 40 years after they paid for whatever they had to do to get over it. As most people we know don't even get over it.
Yeah,
That's the problem that we are having. So we're gonna let True finish it off.
I'm gonna say
Brownsville
this just
jump
real
in
quick,
there.
and I'm gonna let Brownsville give me just a hot second, Brownsville.
Yes, sir.
The reason why I was asking that is your response let me know how you move. If you're saying you move differently than your response, then you probably need to match up your vernacular with your movements. No man that moves with integrity, that's thorough, that understand code of the strong protects the weak, that's through voice and being active. It's an old saying, though we fight for those that can't fight for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
The bully gets bullied. Flat out. It's just that simple. So that's why I was pretty much asking. If you're saying that it's open season, it's whatever. Like you said, soft era is saying that we are now allowed to say whatever the fuck we want to say out of our mouths to each other.
That's soft.
And there's no consequence. That's
one
soft.
thing I disagree with Anton about, bro. Anton like 5'3", bro. You can't be popping it on this tough guy shit,
Right.
bro, to people, bro. Like, stop talking to folk like you want to fight, bro. Like, Lord have mercy, bro. Like, cut that out, bro. Like, that's why I rock with my guy Act, bro. I don't see Act talk tough to nobody, bro. So it's like it's not an issue if we somebody try you, I'm gonna get on their ass behind you because you're not running around telling people you're tough. You know what I mean? Don't tell people you tough and you not, bro. Make it hard to defend you.
And the number one thing I would not dare tell a man up here to SMD.
Woo, facts, bro.
I would not dare.
And
I
Anton should have
know
already
better.
known that shit, bro. He
I
should have
know
already
better.
known that.
Hey, I said that, but he says he's a chess player. And he was
What?
thinking all far ahead. That's what I'm saying, man. You
There's
don't
no chess
understand
playing about
when
SMD.
you dealing with somebody
Yeah,
that's
I know
illogical.
better.
You don't handle illogical people in a logical way. The logical way to handle illogical people is not to really handle them at all. You avoid them.
So,
NT, man, I
hold
know
on,
you
hold
remember
on.
this, bro.
I want to say no. We can't give Corey a pass for that. He had
I'm
the
not giving him a
opportunity.
pass. I'm
So what I'm
saying,
saying is this: like he had.
should
What
have
I'm
been
saying that
avoided
the
if
reason
you
why that
wanted to keep your family out of it. That's
no
what I'm saying.
the reason why that sounds like we giving him a pass is because he should have handled it when it was in front of him, and he did not.
That's
So
a
like,
fact.
and now when you want to come to the internet, and now that you feel like, oh, he been bullying me for 7 days and 7 nights, and he went on a world tour. Now I gotta talk. Nah, bro, that ain't cool. That ain't every man should have been like, hey, listen, what you did is foul because you had perfect opportunity. You got up in that man's face. You was in arm reach. You didn't do nothing. You cannot come back 7 days and 7 nights later. Now you want to bring up his women and children?
The
Nah,
fact
bro,
Okay.
is,
that's
bro,
corny.
Hey,
That's
I would
corny
agree with
as-
that.
pussy right
and that's
now.
corny as hell. And we as men need to hold that standard so other men know you cannot be moving like that as a man. You got to be something else. You
Both
can't
of
be a
them-
man moving that way. You gotta be some.
Sharon, I
How he
agree
gonna
with you
compare?
on
How he
that.
gonna say he the
But-
same type of man?
Son.
So what I'm saying is that if we don't
Both
have
of
that
them
line
pussy
drawn,
right
right?
now.
How he's gonna say? How we gonna say? Corey's a man and Sharon is a man. He got to be something else because guess what? People came at my women and children plenty of times. I still didn't bring it up. So clearly, if we have an argument right now, people say, "Nah, well, those are two men." No, it ain't. He crossed the line where he ain't man code no more.
Exactly.
We supposed
I
to be
don't know
sticking
about that
to
man
classic
code stuff,
codes,
but I agree
and the
on
classic
everything else.
man code is that we do not involve women and children. We do not have soft
I mean, I
targets.
think that's
We
just
go
general,
after
like,
the
grown
active person.
decency.
Back when I was younger and we was running in the streets, we didn't allow the nerd to get beat up. We like, hey, bro, pick on somebody your own size. The nerd didn't get beat up. We like, he ain't a part of this. The nerd go home. This ain't
I ain't
you.
gonna lie, we ain't do all that, bro. Like, you know, if somebody got bullied, I'd let you get bullied to an extent. But after I see like you ain't gonna do nothing,
Right.
and dude, just you know, you
At
done
some
made
point,
your
you got to
point, and
stand
you
up for
still
yourself.
dragging
Or I
it.
can't. You
All
can't
right,
stand
now
up for somebody
bully
that
me,
won't
bro.
stand up for
Come
themselves.
bully me now.
It always happened that way.
Yeah,
It
no,
always
It's
happened
one
that
thing
way.
if
Too
you're
much
trying to
now.
fight back and you
Come
can't
on,
fight
bro.
back, then yeah, that's when people
You
are
know,
gonna come
and you
in.
know how we
But
know
if you
it
don't
happens.
stand
That
up
you
for
know how we
yourself,
know. You know how we know it happens. It even happens that way in the sports. let Kobe get fouled. Who's gonna come up down the court and do something?
now they make sure that those guys got
So
enforcers
now
because
all of a
people are
sudden,
gonna try to do that.
so now we gotta apply that same rhetoric to this situation here,
Yo.
right? So if the big man is gonna say, "Oh, you fouled Kobe like that," who's gonna be the Shaq is gonna run down the court and he's gonna foul the ish out of you. We supposed to be the big Shaq and go ahead and foul the ish out of any man that ain't acting like a man. And all I'm asking to do it is with words. I'm not even saying physically go do it.
Yo,
Yeah, I'm
I
going to
said
tell
with
you
the
that.
words.
Hey, Sharon, I would agree with you. But even if you want to talk in sports terms,
Ooh, I've been
if the
cooking up
team,
how
hold
to.
up, if the team doesn't respect that star or that player, we watched it with who I'll just name one. You know what I'm saying? RG3 or any quarterback that's not respected in that locker room. That line ain't about to protect him. Like that's what it is. They're gonna hesitate a little bit before they just jump in. So at the end of the day, I would agree with you, but just to an extent. Now with the SMD comment, yeah, Corey should have did something right there.
Who's the
I told
quarterback
you
in this
this.
situation?
I stayed consistent with that. You don't walk up on somebody and not hit them. Like
who's
for
the-
real,
who's
you
the
don't just
quarterback
walk up
there?
on. That's like pulling the gun and not popping it. But at the same
Anthony.
time, Anton talked a lot of noise for 7 days, and then you trip when Corey want to talk that noise for 1 day.
nah,
So-
bro. Both of them is pussy, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you, if either one of them got some tough shit to say, it should have been asses
Yeah.
whipped at that show, bro. There's no way. Like the stuff I heard in that meeting, bro. If somebody said it to my face, I'm crashing. I'm crashing right then and there. There is no later. There is no podcast a week from now. You still no, bro. All that's over with, bro. We going to jail, bro. You and me, or you going to the hospital? I'm going to jail, bro. I'm crashing right then and there. Ain't
And
no later.
I want to say this too, because people be talking like, hey, me and How To met before too as well. We met and we had a good time, right? So like, hey, look, so neither one of us is scary, and maybe that's why we act the way how we act, and we didn't go with a whole bunch of goons with us or nothing. all 5'6" of me went. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they say on the internet. How to. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Man, somebody told me I was little. My guy from the academy, Wale, he like 6'5" or something. I took a pic next to him. They like, oh, you like a child? I'm like, bro, everyone looks like a child next to this guy, bro. He's a giant, bro. I'm a grown ass man in person, bro. Stop it.
So, but like, I just think that we need to absolutely have a standard. We gotta be able to. If Chaotic Truth wife is taking a jog down the street and somebody try to take her sneakers, I ain't gonna allow Chaotic Truth sneakers be taken. No matter how much he say we are going to jail because we over here talking the way how we talk. I ain't gonna lie, his wife's sneakers did get taken and she got to walk home with one shit looking like hip hop. Now we're gonna have a justice. Go ahead, Brownsville. I apologize.
Yes, it's not about creating a utopia, right? It's not about trying to impress upon all men to uphold a standard. What it's really about is the erosion of standards in general that's happening day after day, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Which is the reason why when you ask people, what was the highest level of standard of black men, they got to go back to the 60s, right? Then they got to go back before that. They got to talk about men like MLK. They got to talk about men like Malcolm X, et cetera, et cetera. And the reason why they talk about those men is because they were able to uphold a certain standard of discipline and integrity. And they also didn't allow other men around them to drop that standard, right? So that's all I think I'm trying to communicate here is, this is not about the men, right? Corey Holcomb, Anton Daniels, who cares about them? It's not about them, right? It's about my grandkids, your grandkids, great grands in perpetuity. Because what happens when men, they decide to get less disciplined and less respectful and less considerate of women and children, then the world for our women and children become more dangerous, right? And if men aren't communicating a certain way about upholding a certain level of discipline, camaraderie, a certain level of mutual respect, then that's going to give lesser men the ability to just go out and conduct toxic behavior, because they're not actually seeing that upstanding men are upholding a standard. And that's my issue with this conversation. It's like, some men want to take it back to what Anton Daniels did or what Corey Holcomb did, and what I'm saying is both of them violated children.
Yes.
So in that respect, then we gotta throw both of them out, right? And we gotta communicate that is not how we're supposed to move, whether online or in person. And I understand Classic saying, well, it's a small thing, right? If somebody insulted you when you was a kid, you're okay now. But what I'm trying to get Classic to understand is everybody isn't as strong as some people, right? And you got to account for that. And even if we say it's something small, it's just something small, it's just online banter. Well, guess what, Classic? A small leak in your house that goes unattended can end up creating major damage to the ecosystem of your home. Peace and love.
Hey, Sharon, I just want to ask Classic a quick question. Brother, you said you don't have no wife and no child, correct?
I don't discuss my personal business on the internet. I'm not confirming or denying that. You good?
I'm only asking you to confirm what you stated already, but if you choose not to, okay. So I'm gonna take you at your word, what you already said. All right. what is it that you hold or held high for yourself that if anybody disrespects that, you're willing to lose your life over?
Respect.
Respect. Okay, so if I called you a B, I gave you an address to come to Baltimore and meet me at, would you do that?
No.
But you just said you're willing to die over respect, and I
Yeah,
just disrespect.
Yeah, that was a general question. I mean, but you're in Baltimore, so for me to drop everything I got going on in my amazing life to come chase a felony is ridiculous. Online for what? Now, if we were in the grocery store together and you happen to brush up against me and I can lawfully have my way with you, that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna go to jail.
Okay, so you stated.
But if you
so
you can say what you want though.
Sure, I'm just going to make sure I'm correct about this. Your initial statement was, "I'm willing to die over disrespect."
Right. And then you added flying somewhere to go start a problem.
However, you commute. So the reason why I asked you that is the statement SMD. The reason why I know better not to say it to another man up here, because I believe if I said it to a man up here, they would come meet me and deal with me, bro, in ways I don't want them to. And that's what I mean by the level of what you're willing to die over. I am willing to put my life on the line for these brothers up here, children. Yes, I am. Because that's how I was raised. It's embedded in me. Their wives, I am willing to do that. Call me a crash out, whatever. And I'm not saying it's going to go my way that day. My honor is the fact that I stood up for the weak. And that's what I would be known as, that I stood up for that brother's wife, that child. So that's what I mean by integrity, and you saying the softness of man. To me, that is soft. Not standing up for the weak.
I want to make sure I heard you right. You said if somebody told one of these guys up here, SMD, you would fly to where the disrespecter is?
I said I know better not to tell any, you included. I know better than to not say that, because after I say that, I know that if I see you guys, I am in trouble now.
Right.
That's the volatility of that statement. I know I am that in that trouble. I know better than to disrespect a man on that level. And I use that in this instance of their children or wives. I do not do that.
True.
Because I
you
do
from
not
Baltimore?
Yeah.
Oh man, I live in Baltimore, G. That's what's up.
How come?
You
so how come?
But the thing is, truth.
Yeah,
real quick, truth. By that logic, which I'm not gonna disagree with you. Me and you done had these conversations, but even by that logic, you do know if you're gonna keep standing up for the weak, you would have to stand up for Anton first, because he's the weak one that's going to continue to put his wife and child at risk. If you're not trying to be flying all over the country and running up on somebody to keep protecting the weak, you're going to have to first protect the person that's in charge of protecting them.
Hey, what? True. Why did you want to say all that?
I'm just saying, and Anton banks on that shit.
Hey,
he banks on that.
Can I ask him, why did you address me specifically with your last point? I just want to understand why you told it to me.
Yeah, well, the whole reason why we got on this conversation is through your super chat. So I like to stay on subject. I don't like to move around. The subject matter was you and what you stated.
Right. So what did you? So what did you? What did you take
from? Still on.
Right. So from my super chat, you felt that you needed to tell me that you wouldn't be disrespectful past a certain extent because you understand consequence.
No. My first statement was I asked you, what are you willing to die over?
Right. Respect.
You said respect. Okay, so that's the premise that we had set.
Okay, I'm with you.
I then used that as in you're willing to die over being disrespected, because respect is number one. I said these men up here, they live by that same credence.
Got you.
of not being disrespected. So I use the term SMD, that if I said that to them, my life is on the line now.
Got you.
Well, I know better than to say that to them, as well as talk about their children or their wives. They're going to deal with me, and I don't want those type of problems.
Right.
So I'm using that as your basis of what you said you herald as, important enough to lose your life over. The reason why you're looking at the basis of the child of being, hey, you're going to be okay. You can deal with the, the words being said. You're going to grow up. You're going to learn from it. You're going to deal with hardships. The point we're making is this is what we hold dear to us, our children, our wives, and also the number one basis is respect for men. And that ties into the fact that you did something to our wives. That means you disrespected me. You did something to my child. You disrespected me. So now I'm willing to die over.
Okay, I hear you. I agree with everything you said. I don't know why you singled me out still, but in my super chat, I also said that I forgot what the second one was. The second super chat that I posted. I also said that, people could say whatever they want to you unless there's an or else. You know what I'm saying? Anton Daniels got disrespected the way he got disrespected because he's not going to do shit. You see what I'm saying? I said men only try certain men. That's what I said. Men only try certain men. We're not going to leave that part out. I said he can say whatever he wants because there are no repercussions. That's exactly it. And it's Anton Daniels' job to provide repercussions for somebody disrespecting his family. We can sit up here and have a greater conversation about manhood in general. That's cool. But in Anton Daniels' regard, it's his job to protect his own family. I'm not protecting his family. Wait, before you rebuttal, Sharon, because y'all keep talking about protecting the weak. A family with a father is not the weak. There's a father. Do something. Now, if Anton was deceased and it was just the mother and child, then yes, protect the weak. They have a man who's not manning. It's not my job to man for the man. It's not my job to man for the man. It's not. That's a grown, healthy man. He ain't crippled. He ain't in no wheelchair. He got money to fly to Corey, like my man just said. He can fly first.
No, how to? I get where he's coming from. I'm saying he's not dealing with the initial part.
Yeah.
We all know because I made that clarity.
Yeah. I said the same thing. That's what I was saying with Ant, right, bro? Because I don't know if Sharon remember this from back in the day, but I remember something similar to this happened before, and we was all in the back chat discussing about how, well, bro, you need to stop putting money in people's faces, doing this dick measuring contest with people, being somebody you not, and putting your family in the way to end up in this situation that now has happened yet again, right? Like we had this conversation before. There was supposed to be measures taken to prevent shit like this from occurring again. And yet here in 2026, 2025, we see, nothing was done to correct it. Nothing was done to prevent this. And it make me look at Anton away. But at the same time, bro, that still doesn't mean I'm going to condone what Corey did. Right, that still doesn't mean I'm gonna condone certain actions Anton has done in the past, right? And I fucks with Anton. You see what I'm saying? And I've been saying this shit from jump, bro. It hurt my feelings, bro. Like you could have done so much to prevent this from going this far. Chiefly amongst that, if you know you're not a fighter, stop with all this Dow Zim talk, bro. You ain't got no damn Street Fighter in you, bro. Cut it out, bro.
Yo, that's a funny one. I like that one.
Straight Hadoukens going on. Straight
Hadoukens. Yeah. Yo got fire.
Bro, cut it out.
Yo got flame.
And I think the main problem is that people keep trying to make it seem like Anton is the weak one in this situation. None of us is saying that he's the weak one in this situation. Nobody's here trying to run interference for Anton. Like even if Corey Holcomb's daughter is in trouble, no matter how much shit he done said about other people's children, I'm still gonna be like, hey, leave that man's daughter out of it. So I just want to let y'all understand that this is a principle and code thing. It's not about who the daddy is or if they have a daddy, they don't have a daddy. I'm not factoring all those things when I see if I see a young person in the street in danger and I could do something about it, I'm going to do something about it.
Yeah.
I literally, This young girl, she was pregnant and homeless on a train. I brought her into my house and gave her a safe place to stay, bro.
Oh, you
So
better
I'm
than me. I
not
would've
just saying
paid
this.
for that hotel.
I'm not just saying this shit. Like if I see somebody if I could do something about it, I'm going to do something about it. I'm not going to allow a woman and child just to be defenseless in the world where I could do something about it. I cannot help everybody in the world. We all understand that. But what's in my power, I'm willing to do what's in my immediate power. And one of the things that all we are saying is that men have the power of voice. Our voices are powerful. That's why when you say something in a room, it grows over the mama, right? Kids be running, jumping, stop. So, did not touch.
The thing I'm still tweaking about, Sharon, though, is how do we even make it to this stage, bro? No one pressed B to melee. These two grown-ass men got in front of each other and wolfed, and no one pressed B to melee, and then they fall out of it, right? Cause all this drama like two bitches, and now we sitting here discussing it. This whole shit just disgusting to me, bro.
And I think that the scary part is that people only want to do it if they were Superman. Like if I'm Man of Steel, then I would say something because that is, to me, that sounds scary. That's Sharon, the scary part to me.
Hey, Sharon, you keep using the term in danger. You realize ain't nobody in danger? We talking
that's
about
not
insults.
True.
We talking about insults.
No, that's not true.
We've been up here for 3 hours talking about insults.
All right, I'm
well, hey, I mean, look, I would respectfully. Now, can I go real quick? Because I am about to drop. I think you got somebody who wants to come up too. I swear I'm about to drop right after this. I mean, I would agree with that to an extent. The internet, this mob can get out of hand these days. It might seem like it's just insults, but when you do put somebody's face on the internet, like kids can be cruel, people can be cruel. Fan bases, support teams can be rabid when it comes to this stuff these days. It can really get out of hand. People can actually get hurt. It's happened. It has. So I don't know if that's entirely true, that there's no danger at all. But I would agree with, I think what How To was trying to say. Look, as men, we understand that the best way to handle conflict in most cases is to avoid it in the first place. And I got to drop, bro. Thanks for having me up, Sharon. I appreciate it. I was trying to send you super chats, but it wouldn't let me do it, bro. And I got you in a second.
Especially if you're not
I think it's the words I was using. I got you.
Avoid it, especially if you're not capable of violence. If you know you ain't never laid hands and feet on no one's person, bro, don't go around popping it like tough guy, bro. Because somebody gonna want to find out if you actually like that.
Right. So make it clear. I'm pretty sure Sharon is saying Anton is wrong, Corey's wrong.
Yeah.
Nobody's in favor of Anton, nobody's in favor of Corey. We're just specifically saying the disrespect of children shouldn't be tolerated. And the last thing of saying words don't matter. I share something personal with y'all. Y'all can look this up. Look up Corey Brown, Florida, killed in Florida. That was a young boy that I pretty much, from 12 years old, I raised him up to 30 years old. And he's gone right now. And if you look at what it said, over a verbal altercation.
And I want to make it clear, because I got Lee in the chat saying that his child didn't get protected. If the father is there, I'm gonna allow the father to jump up first. If truth is there, and somebody says or do something to his child, right? I'm like, I gotta see what the dad.
I can't be everywhere. I can't be everywhere. So I'm gonna need to link up with like-minded brothers to say, hey, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So if we all in the same vicinity, I'm gonna make sure you see what I say. Hey, what the? And then if you tell me to fall back, I'm gonna have to look at it. Then I have to reassess it differently. So I think that we cannot act as if. So let's make sure we put things in a proper space. What we having a conversation about. Because Lee trying to make it seem as if somebody else says something to him on a panel, that I was supposed to jump in front of him instead of allow him to defend himself. I don't stop you from defending yourself. So that's the part that we cannot. I didn't put no handcuffs on you so you could defend yourself. So don't try to drag that into the same situation. That's crazy.
I think I finally understand You know, cause remember when I asked that question to the queens, I said, hey, if there was some brothers, you know, in pajamas or hoodies, or, you know, shiesties on one side, and then on the other side there was a brothers with those quarter zips and buttoned up, you know, which side would you walk on? And a lot of the queens said I wouldn't walk on either side because I don't trust black men.
Mm.
And so now I thought it was crazy. I thought it was ridiculous. I was going back and forth with him like, come on, if you see these brothers trying to step up and present themselves in a better way, right? You should give those brothers a chance. But if brothers continue to articulate thoughts of, well, everybody for themselves, and I'm just only going to protect mine, and I don't care if, you know, women and children are being violated over here, depending upon what the circumstances is, I understand why they have that mindset now, right? We just got to do better as black men. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, I'm kind of understanding what PH Diva was saying now.
And let me allow Friezo Lou to jump in there. Go ahead, Friezo Lou.
Man, what's good? What's good, man? Yeah, like I think it's been said over and over that what they both did is wrong. But it still seems like all of this sounds like fake outrage, to be honest with you, man, because it's turned into what those two have done is wrong, and you're not pressing them about it. You pressing everybody else that has a disagreement, and this is the problem with men and all that stuff. No, if you really have an issue and it's really like that, go press Corey, go press Anton, tell them that the past ain't the past. Other than that, y'all just really talking shit up here, and you're not really saying a goddamn thing. What you're saying is not really reverberating like that because you're just talking, and you gotta like that just don't make sense to me. It just sounds like moral outrage. It sounds like you're positioning yourself as we are the good guys because we don't talk about kids and all that stuff. And then what the problem is that you're taking it to other people's manhood, like we're all supposed to have the same code, like during a time, and you keep reflecting back to a different time that was, by the way, more dangerous than now, where apparently those people had better values than the people do now. But for some reason back then it was more dangerous than it is now. So you're throwing a whole bunch of shit together that don't make any sense, and it spells moral outrage to me.
Well, my brother, that's what you just did. No offense, right? You
Yeah,
just
No, I
threw a
didn't.
whole bunch of stuff in the
same
pot
thing.
that didn't make sense.
No, I
I
didn't
was
actually.
I
It's,
agree
I
with
really
Friezo
didn't.
I didn't
Lou a
cut you
lot.
off, my brother. I didn't cut you off. I'm just responding to
Okay.
what you said, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
what I was speaking of, right, is a
Hold
certain
up.
standard. We good now?
Yeah, you got.
What I was speaking of
Lee.
is men maintaining a certain standard that's going to be helpful for the community at large, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about Anton Daniels or Corey Holcomb, right? I know those two are degenerates, right? But when I hear men who present themselves to be stand-up men, you know, not saying that it's not a big deal that children are being verbally accosted, right? To me, that gives credence to why the ladies are continuing to tell us that they are afraid of black men, right?
No.
And because of the mentality. So it doesn't matter how you
Okay.
present yourself. What matters is how you respond and articulate when issues present itself, right? What type of leadership do you have? What type of integrity do you have? What is your value system, right? And you basically just said, hey, it's fake outrage, right? Because if we got a problem with Corey Holcomb, you should go to Corey Holcomb. If you got a problem with Anton Daniels, you should go to Anton Daniels. I have a problem when grown men are verbally attacking children. That's my issue, right?
Uh-huh.
if I was able to reach Anton Dings and have that conversation with him, I say the same thing to him.
I
But
don't believe you, but go ahead.
and that's fine. You don't have to believe me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have anything to prove to you. But
I
at the
believe-
end
I
of the
believe
day,
you, bro. How
At-
did Sharon and Lee let a bald nigga convince them to cut their hair off, bro? That having hair was wrong, bro. That is fucked up, man. How did y'all allow that to happen now? Can y'all
Hold
break
up.
that down? Can you elucidate
They're
on that?
free. You saying somebody's scared to say something to AD or Corey?
No, I don't think anybody's scared to do anything. I think people are just talking. That's
So
what I'm saying.
you're basically saying people don't care about children and wives as much as they say they did.
On the internet, no. In the real world, I don't. No, no, I don't. I'm pretty sure you do in the real. I'm pretty sure in the real world, everybody in here and everybody on the internet isn't like most people aren't doing these things. But it's spoken of as if this is global problem or this nationwide problem that children aren't protected.
Bro, did you just see that little girl? Hold on, did you see that little girl?
I don't care what instance you pull out your ass to go against my point. You're just pulling out a story. It is not a nationwide spread problem to where
that's proof,
this conversation has been warranted for weeks on end. That's what I'm saying.
All right, so are you stating, so let me get this straight. Are you saying that women and children are not affected as much as someone's saying? I'm asking you a direct question based off of your premise.
Yes.
All right. Are you going by totality or percentile?
I don't understand the question.
Are you going by total number of people affected, or are you going by a percentage they are affected by?
I don't understand the question. What do you mean?
Okay, so if we got 13% of the population is black, right?
And okay.
Okay, so are you talking about the total number of people inside? Like it's 40 million black people in the United States? Are you talking about that, or are you talking about a percentage of the 13%?
I don't even know how to answer that question in connection to what we're talking about with Anton and Corey.
So
I don't even know how to answer that question.
Let me just. So the problem that you have in Free Zulu, you think that the problem is Anton and just Corey. The problem that we are trying to address is the mentality as the group of men. Is what
there is no mentality as a group of men.
That's what I'm saying. You're using this situation to correlate that to men just have no standards nowadays, and that's bullshit.
It's not. And what's really happening is we trying to expose the fake outrage, like dudes with like Sharon. Constantly, people in his chat talking about my daughter, right? And to this day, when I see Sharon, I'm gonna ask him. And if he don't respond the right way, then we just gonna have to fight.
We just gonna scrap. That's it. You don't gotta ask me nothing, goddamn. We meet at whatever gym you want to. That's it.
All right. So look, come down to Miami then. Come down to Miami then.
All right, we could whatever you want.
Come down to Miami then.
That's all.
See, look,
we don't have to talk to fight.
Yeah, because you gonna want to talk. You know, like, see, look,
he
cut me off. Look, all this tough stuff, right? He's gonna want to talk. He got his blouse out and all that. He gonna want to talk. But this is what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, Sharon allowed women to say that my daughter be sucking D in his chat. No, look, listen to this, because this is what it's really about. It's about dudes like him, because he a charlatan just like Anton, right? Right? And
show it. Where's that?
Show it.
Yes.
I can't show it. It's chats. You want me to go back to your chats and find it? So look, he cut me off because now you got to get exposed now because you
insinuate something that's not true. That's why.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this again to everybody that's listening, that understand who y'all talking to. This the same guy that was egging on when people was talking about my daughter sucking D in college. That's what Robin M and Shiesty Bum be saying. They talking about my daughter right now. He don't mute them, but I just got muted. So he's a fake outrager. That's who he is, bro. Like to sit here and allow Sharon. And then when Fatty was talking about him, he started talking about Fatty dead kid. right?
Yo.
So this is like he's willing to take. I mean, not dead kid, his dead sister. When Fatty pulled up them photos of Sharon, he started talking about his dead sister. So Sharon willing to take it there. He just getting paid right now, which is cool. So now he trying to act like, oh, I'm outraged. Like I'll jump in the fight. Sharon won't even mute a person for talking about somebody's daughter, but he gonna jump in the fight. I land my plane.
Right, like how I didn't mute you, even though you lied. But and it is okay, right? And it's good that we allow people to get out their frustrations because there's something else going on. I don't know what it is. So if you are on the panel and you're able to talk, I didn't mute you neither. You could go ahead and defend yourself. You are here to defend your honor, and this is why it's weird, right? So when we have
so Anton should just defend his honor, and you should shut up then, right?
So
it's like the same thing. You see what he's doing? He's a like, yo, this like, what are you talking about? I thought you was gonna jump in if you saw Chaotic Truth wife lose her glass slipper. Now all of a sudden people could talk about people kids. Now they got to defend them. Yo, bro,
I can tell you why it's not
like,
the same.
bro, you a lame, bro. You just like them, bro. You're nothing different than they are. You're a piece of crap just like them, bro. And you know you are, because every time, because look, and then and then How To Man, you should get your money back because they cousins, and he gonna give him his money back once this all done. I want you to recognize that too. So he like, bro, y'all talking to like he trying to fake outrage and act like, and then you want to act tough. At the end of the day, instead of being like, yo, you right, my bad, bro. They was saying your daughter be doing this, all this sexual stuff they said about my daughter in his comments, and he was not muting them. Instead of being like, yo, my bad, he like, oh, we gonna fight. So you just like Anton and them, bro. You know different. And it's hilarious. You sitting up here acting better than somebody, bro. You ain't about to do nothing. You ain't gonna help nobody, and you willing to take it to any extreme to get your point across, and you willing to allow other people to do it. PhD used to talk about people up here. Did she not? Did you mute her? Nah. So like, stop it, bro. But go ahead, tell your bullshit.
So hold on. So Lee. So if I tell Sharon right now to show his Cash App history, right, to show that he never in his life sent me a Cash App, right? How you gonna feel about that? Because you just made a serious allegation that, you know what I'm saying, like there's something nefarious going on. I don't appreciate that because I don't like my integrity being called into question when it's not factual, right? So he can show his Cash App, right, to where he's never in his life Cash App me. And he can show all the Cash Apps that I sent him.
All right, show it.
Go ahead and show it, cuz.
The Jeopardy music.
You see how crazy that even?
Right. How crazy it is for somebody like you to lie on somebody. That's how crazy is that somebody could come up and lie, and then I gotta be the honest person and show actual receipts of what actually is happening. And it just goes to show that people like you are just, you got some kind of hate towards me for no reason whatsoever because you can't hold up your own end of the bar, and it is okay.
Hey Sharon, just show the ones. Just show the ones from the from between the 21st and the 26th. That clear everything.
Okay.
So 21st.
I mean, it really doesn't, because if you're smart enough, you can realize he got a wife. He can have his wife send it to Brownsville. But that's not my point. My point is this: at the end of the day, at the end of
from the 21st through the 26th, because those are the days that YouTube pay out, bro. So
right, or that he could have given him his money at the end of the. That's a great point. Like, this dude is shyster, bro. Like, everybody up here to get bread. Like, I hate like he's saying I got an issue with him. I don't. I just hate that we all understand that we're here to get money, and then there's these guys like him who fake outrage and come at people for being realist. Men don't have a code. Right. The other day, Sharon was saying something like, oh, if it's a one-on-one in the hood, they just gonna square up and nobody gonna jump in. And then I say to Sharon, but Sharon, if you my man, if How To Man, because Sharon ain't nobody, man. If How To Man my man, and How To Man hit the ground, I'm supposed to let him hit the ground. That's man code too. Exactly. So he just be saying shit, bro. That's
but
like,
Lee, hold on, my brother, because it would be okay.
And peep how they have not addressed how people was talking about my daughter giving head to people. Brownsville didn't say nothing. Sharon didn't say nothing. None of these men that's now all, I'm standing up for men, women, for kids, said nothing. You see how he addressed the money part, but they didn't address that yet. He didn't address the, and it's happening right now in his chat, and he never mutes them.
Wait, Sharon, did that happen, bro?
Yeah.
No.
Oh my, yo.
So
I swear on my daughter, yo, how to man? Oh my, yo. How to man? Oh my,
the same way.
Go look in the chat right now. How to man? How to man? Go look in the chat right.
Hold on. The same way how you want me to bring up things, right? You want to make accusations, but are you lying? And this is a problem with men that don't want to hold on to man code. They lie, and you always got to deal with a liar because the dishonest person don't got to prove anything. You could go through the whole chat and you could see what Robin M. You could go single out Robin M. and Shiesty Bum. So
see, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I said it happened before. Now he's trying to make it, and right now it's happening. They're talking about kids, and
again, so you just coming just to talk, right? We trying to actually get through something, and you just talking over people. Stop. Again, you can't prove nothing that you're saying. You're just saying things. You're making accusations that you cannot prove.
See, look, so now you want to start kicking me now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you're over talking. You spoke.
This is bro. This is
what I'm saying is this.
This is a charlatan.
So what I'm saying is I let you speak and I let you disrespect my name, and you still acting like I'm doing something to you.
But you gotta understand, man. He's
That's
trying to
crazy.
harm your channel.
Hold on, I just want to say that is crazy. You over talking me after you make accusations, and then now you act like you don't understand why I'm dropping you. You trying to over talk on my own show. Wow.
Yo,
that's crazy. So
Exhibit A.
Where does it show that I sent him anything?
That don't really prove nothing.
Put it on
all right, so where should I go?
Put it on the big screen.
You should show your send and receive from between the 21st and the 26th.
I can show you the whole. I can show you every. So it's just gonna show by
put
history
it on the
with
big
him.
screen.
It's gonna be my history with him, so y'all can see.
Well, nah, that still wouldn't prove nothing.
So look, it's gonna
multiple
December 25. You'll see that's all positive, no negatives.
But this is what I'm saying, though, G. That don't
So
really.
there go September as well. There go March. It's all positives, no negatives. So it was show,
bro. That don't really prove nothing because he could have multiple cash apps. But if you showed, look, this is what I'm trying to get you to understand, G. If you showed your cash app, right, your send and received history, and this is on you. If this is something you want to do, right, you ain't got to do this. But if you're trying to prove it, right, the way to do it is to show your cash app history between the dates of the 21st and the 26th, because those are the days that YouTube pays out on. So if you were breaking bread with your cousin, right, it would happen somewhere between there, I would imagine.
Okay, let me go find that history because it show you history with people. You
want me history with people?
Would that be true though? How to? Would that really be true? Because if I want my bread, why I gotta wait for? If this is a grift, like why do I want to wait to get back my bread?
Well, you would wait until the bread came in. I'm not gonna ask you for money you ain't got. If I'm making a play with you, I'm gonna be understanding.
No, but this is cash app. This is not.
Like,
but how to?
On the 21st when you get paid or whenever you get paid.
What Oda is saying that this is not through the super chat. This is through cash app. So cash app, he can send it to me. I can send it right back.
I would want my bread back if that's the case. I wouldn't want to wait till the next month to get my bread back. If this is a grift, I want my money now.
Right. Let me see if I can find the history of that.
Nah, I wouldn't ask somebody to pay me bread for a play that ain't went through yet. I'll wait till the play went through and then let me get mad. Because we know it's not gonna be the whole thing, right? That he'd get. It's a 70% of whatever is sent through super chat is what you actually make. So I'd be waiting if I'm making a play. I'd be waiting until then to bust it down. But that's also the reason I don't think it's a play. It's because of when the shit happens.
Okay. I've sent him super chats. I've sent him cash apps. Right. I support my cousin. Right. I support his show. So I'm not in the business of running a play or trying to be a YouTuber, trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like I get my own, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm good. Right. So I don't gotta do no play or nothing like that. And I don't appreciate people like trying to make that insinuation, you know what I'm saying? Because what it does is it harms his reputation, right? it makes it seem like, you know, he's running something nefarious here, which is completely untrue, right? He can show you where I've cash apped him. He's never cash apped me ever, right?
That
I can pull up my cash
bro. You
app.
could have multiple cash apps. That's why I'm saying those dates, that date range I provided, that would prove something. If he had an unexplained crazy cash app that day, that would prove like, all right, looks like that could be a possibility. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he can pull that up too, right? But if it's history, right, from the time that I started supporting him, it's the same cash app, right? And it's the same.
But we don't know that that's your only cash app. That's why I'm saying that proves nothing.
Well, it proves like
Nothing.
So if I got multiple cash apps, why am I just using that one?
To do a play, to work a play like what he's saying, bro. You would be using this cash app to send on and another one to receive on because you're not a dumbass, right? Which is why that date range would show the real.
Okay, but he can do that
if
too.
If you were breaking down bread with him, what I'm saying is on those dates.
So I got it because I want to make sure I protect them things as well. So it would show how much I'm sending out, right?
Yeah, or it would show that you had like, you know, a reasonably high unexplained payment on somewhere in that date range, right?
Now, it don't show, like I'm going through December. Says I don't. That's
just look at January.
Ron, this kind of odd. It's like he took the lawsuit. The onus is to prove that you doing it. You can say that about any content creator in real life, that it's a play. Anybody can do that, but to say that and not have like they got receipts that you actually doing, it's kind of it's insulting to a man's credibility when you do that, because you know you can't prove that he's doing that. But you got Sharon on here. He's trying to prove to you like he filed a lawsuit about it. Yeah, no, you prove that I'm doing the play, because you watch shows. You can say that on anybody. That's not right and it ain't fair. But that's what folks
I'll
do.
tell you, I never would have gotten to a bidding war had I known Brownsville was Sharon's cousin. I could tell you that for certain. I definitely wouldn't have did that.
And that's what he wanted to have happen, right?
What you mean?
To break the trust.
Well, I mean, that's something, bro. You probably should have told me from jump. You get what I'm saying? Like, soon as that started happening, you probably should have like.
What makes the difference if I'm not doing something nefarious? What's the difference?
The difference is just that, like, out of good faith and trust, bro, you being somebody I fuck with, me being somebody you fuck with, that's pertinent information to stop from anything crazy happening. You get what I'm saying? From there being mistrust.
But it's nothing
like that. You know, I don't know if you want to keep doing that or not, but you know, he good money or explained off rip, hey, how to Brownsville cuzzo, he good money, X, Y, and Z, or explained to him, hey, yo, how to's good money, X, Y, and Z. That could have, you know what I mean, prevented a lot of stuff.
That's crazy.
That's not crazy.
But you see, what I'm saying.
So it was
hold on, cuzzo.
It would say that I sent money to. It would say that I sent money to somebody, right?
Well,
see, and I don't want, because it got people's names on here.
That's why I'm saying, bro, like, that's between you and yourself if you want to show that. I ain't saying you got to show that shit. But if that's what you want to do, I mean, that's the sensible thing. But I wouldn't entertain it like you're disproving something, showing just your scent history with him. I would have just kept that shit to myself and said, I ain't about to show my cash out. That's what I would have said. But, you know, that's on you, G.
Because
you need to even if you show it.
Hold on one second, because what I'm about to say is real. It's between family. You need to ban Lee from your show permanently.
Nah, you shouldn't do that.
Listen, if you don't do that, right, then I'm not gonna come up here no more.
Oh God.
Because somebody integrity and name is on
bro.
You got to understand, Sharon is stoic.
It's up to you, Sharon. I don't think you need to.
He's stoic, bro. I promise you. He has de-escalating skills and conflict resolution. What that guy did, most people have been done, dropped him or did something. But and second of all, Sharon is running a business. This is, I talk about people because I do this for a living. He ain't a regular dude. He's got a YouTube channel. So this is what I do on my platform. So I don't know why people say that when you talk about somebody else. Yeah, it's my business because this is what I do to make money or whatever. I don't get that when they say that on people platform.
Yeah, you gotta ban them permanently, man. You can't allow people to make those kind of accusations because it hurts.
Yeah,
It
that's
hurts your
serious.
business. You know what I'm saying?
I just got a personal feeling against Lee. Yeah, I ain't-
You
whatever.
said who got a personal feeling against Lee?
Your cousin.
So you
It's
think
personal now. Hold on. No, it's personal now. It's personal now.
I know.
Because
it's cool.
because he brought my integrity into it. You know what I'm saying?
And mine as well.
I ain't never ran no play. I ain't never
Yeah,
beat nobody for no
you niggas
money.
don't got no integrity. I see that.
You solution based,
Nah,
Sharon.
I disagree. I would have to say y'all ain't got no integrity. Like y'all spending more time on this goofy Cash App shit than the original offense of his kid being, I guess, made fun of. I'm just listening. I don't even know what y'all talking about, but I'm just listening.
Yeah,
y'all are spending more time on the Cash App shit than the actual. And I'm seeing people in the chat saying that it actually happened. People even sending super chats. I guess y'all said somebody said something shiesty bum or something about Lee's daughter or something, and y'all just let it rock.
Forcing the shit out of something, and you don't even know what they even talking about.
And that's
I know what y'all are doing. I know what y'all are doing, and y'all are spending more. Okay.
Talking about. I'm in the fucking chat. You don't even know what they even talking about.
And that's people in the chat is saying it.
Okay.
Hold on. This is why liars.
I can't read.
Hold on. This is why liars is dangerous.
Y'all crazy.
This is why lies is dangerous because it gives people like, oh, we shouldn't ban a liar. No matter what he said, I gotta go ahead and prove that first of all, he bringing up an accusation that somebody said something about his daughter that he can't verify and I can't because it happened years ago. When he's the same person that talked about people's wives and children.
Yeah, exactly.
Himself.
Yeah, we're not even going there. Yeah,
but that's not Lee's code,
the whole
though.
reason why Nidish didn't even want to come to my channel is because what he said about Nidish's wife.
It doesn't matter if somebody fucking cold. What are you talking about?
It does matter.
Because you don't have no integrity, that doesn't mean that you're not going to honor it.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem because you assume that everybody who doesn't have the same code as you doesn't have integrity.
Exactly.
That's the main thing that I came up here to press because every man's code ain't the same. Now we can establish a code. I understand that, but to say that because somebody's code, but to say,
is it not a code about women and children?
Everywhere. That's actually not a code.
Yeah.
That's actually not a code.
I'm not talking. No, listen to what I'm asking you.
Let me understand. I want to understand this. Hold on. I want to understand. This always. Hold on, Truth. I don't understand why people always have a problem when I get numbers or I get money. It is very strange. Like nobody has a problem if I'm having a show and nobody sent $1. Like I had a whole show and I got $5. Nobody said nothing.
I'll put another 5 to it, Shrine. All right, let's get the
you
show
know I ain't got no problem with that, man. I send you bread, man. You know that.
Break it up. Don't start that shit with me up here, Shrine.
Hold on. Joey.
I got you.
Go ahead. So what we saying is what we see it is right. We see the numbers is up, money is flying, and then all of a sudden now it's accusations that I'm cheating somebody. That's foul.
No, Sharon, it ain't just that. He do that all the time, bro. This ain't the first time he did that to you. He did this several times, man.
And you know the problem is that I try to really hold integrity, not mute people, and a lot of people try to take advantage. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm surprised, you know, this is why me and Joey, we gotta have it out too, Joey, because me and Joey got an ongoing problem that we didn't address yet anyway. So Joey, what's your issue?
It's up.
It's like the taste out of your mouth.
Me, I don't give a damn
I'd like
about
to see
none.
it.
God damn it. So like even like Lee coming back to, even though I kicked him out the back, he keep coming back. It's weird. Like you don't really fuck with me. Why you keep coming back here?
Yeah,
like you just try to insult my integrity like I did something to somebody.
Yeah, you calling him a thief.
That like I don't want to, like when I go through the Cash App, I can't show without showing other people's names. Even though I show that I don't send nobody any money.
You might have to go back old school and put the ticker up saying the expressions, views, and thoughts of the speakers on the panel's own, and not necessarily represent the station, that type of deal. I'm like, you think what people would know that because look,
No,
whatever somebody,
it's okay.
yeah, it's not people in the
okay
chat don't represent this man.
Right. So like now all of a sudden, like I don't know, it's just weird. True. Whenever somebody came at you, did I let you handle it the way how you see fit?
Yes.
When PD would go at somebody, do I not allow people to go ahead and go back and forth with her?
Yes.
I do not jump in front of people's problems when they are here to defend themselves. He act as if he's not here and he's the topic of discussion. And then somebody just starts saying things about his daughter. Not what happened. But he's trying to imply that's what's happening.
Yeah, they actually, what's going on in the chat, to be specific, they are actually doing what how Two Man was talking about, how he viewed from his POV what happened between AD and Corey. They are talking about his ability to take care of his child, not him. And they are literally labeling it that way. They're not talking about his daughter, bro. They're not talking about his daughter.
Excuse me, can I interject something quickly? As a brotherhood of men, like how should we enforce the standard? Since there's a standard of we keep the women and kids out of the beef. How do we enforce it?
Sharon, you're muted if you're talking to us.
Shit's just crazy to me.
Oh, no, I mean, pretty much on here is nothing. Usually enforcement requires physicality, but on here is nothing we can do it as far as physical. Now, it can be enforced by not allowing people on platforms and to speak or have a voice inside of your arena if they have those type of views. That's the only way it can be enforced. You cannot allow them up on the panel, not allowing them in the chat, so on and so forth. That's the only way it can be enforced. Other than that, it's about just voicing, that you are against that.
Brownsville mentioned a way 2 days ago, social ostracizing. If you really feel like somebody's standing on bullshit code, do your part to cancel them out. If we're going to cancel people for canceling them, then why not do it that way? That's going to affect their money and their ability to reach other people. Am I not wrong? Am I wrong?
No, that's correct. That's another way. It's another avenue.
You enforce it by upholding it and maintaining it yourself, right?
Yeah, that's number one.
And then by holding people accountable who do it, right? So if anybody's in the chat saying disparaging things about Lee's kids, please stop. Because his children have nothing to do with what he's saying and what he's doing. So please leave his children out of your comments, please. Right? I believe
it's unfortunate. It is.
I believe that we talk as if social media isn't taking over the globe, right? Isn't becoming more popular, isn't leading trends, and setting the tone for discussions and behaviors, right? I remember years ago when MAGA was just an internet craze, right? And we looked at them people as weirdos, like, oh man, this just some weird dudes online. They not going to be able to harm the community, right? But then they started running for public office. And then they started winning public office. And now all of a sudden, the president of the United States, is MAGA, right? So that just shows how quickly things can escalate, right? And it can seem small, like I say, it can start off like a leak, but eventually it becomes a problem that you have to deal with because
and now they dictate
serious
the
ramifications.
landscape. Right.
Quick question. Did you drop LJ or did he just leave?
He just left.
All right, I got $20 credit because I was trying to drop him. He was over here yapping.
I was trying to figure out some things.
Yeah, everybody know Lee a bitch. Like, let's just be real. I don't know why people give him attention and take him serious in any way, shape, or form. He's in the back chat talking all this shit like he runs Miami. Like, it's just fucking weird. But I think like when you go into an anonymous space or more or less an anonymous space or the internet generally speaking where you don't really know people, and then you turn around and make claims like, oh, there's some type of behind the scenes stuff happening with money or something. It's weird to me because like you're taking that risk inherently when nobody's telling you to put money in. Nobody's telling you you have to donate to a space to be here. Nothing. You offer this panel for free. There's plenty of people that come on here that I haven't seen donating. I don't know how much they've donated, but I haven't seen really donate. But it's not a problem for the most part. Like there's some people like Fighter, you might mess with him or something, be like, I need to, or KT, but generally speaking, it's an open and free space. So for them to come on here and bitch and say like, oh, there must be something behind the scenes because they're broke and they only got $20 and someone spent $20 to kick them, they ain't got another 20 to bring back to come back. That's the biggest problem. Nobody would go to a casino. If you did go to Brownsville Point, you go to a casino and say they're doing stuff with the deck, they're doing this and that, you're gonna get banned from the casino. You're not gonna be able to, like, that shit don't fly. And so I think it's weird to go to a space where something can't be proven indefinitely because, to LJ's point, oh, you might have multiple cash apps. And it's like, all right, well, if you're already saying like, oh, there's no way you can prove to me that you're not doing this, then you just brought it up to cause an issue. That's the only reason you brought it up, because there's nothing that anybody says or does that's going to prove you wrong or confirm other people or confirm that it's not happening. So it's like you're just doing it to cause a scene. And we know he started a YouTube channel recently. He's trying to get views and stuff. So he's going to be, quote unquote, covering this. I mean, yeah, like I don't know why he got this much attention. I ain't gonna lie. I just think bitch niggas shouldn't get that much attention. That's just me though.
He got it this morning. Hey, Sharon, I would like to say, I'm gonna touch back on the kid thing. Just my opinion. I'm a neutral guy. How I feel about people. Of course, most of us in here, we don't agree. That's the lowest blow in a fight. I mean, I've been in bad fights. I watch guys grab groins and bite. That's low blows. That's what people do. But what I'm saying about this thing with, I think Anton messed up. He accidentally or on purpose, he made his family, his wife and his child, a public figure. And it's unfortunate because I thought about it. I was like, think about when, what's the guy, T.I.? T.I. had a show when that King was a minor. You know how many people talk junk about King? He's a public figure. T.I. can't go to Twitter and start picking out names and say, I'm going to sue this, that, and other. Unfortunately, watch, you're going to see this lawsuit kind of disappear. It's because public figures are held to a different standards because you are up for scrutiny and criticism differently. Now, if he did some stuff in sexual nature or he's constantly bullying his child online or something like that, you got something to stand on. But yeah, it's a public figure. Unfortunately, just like any child actor or singer, if you're a child, you are under a different guideline because you put yourself in the public. Unfortunately, it's still dirty pool.
What I'm realizing today that this channel is a little bit more important than I ever thought.
Right.
Can I address what he just said too?
Real quick though, Shadow. Let me get in and out.
Hey, so I want to make a point real quick because you just said because Anton decided to put his wife and daughter in the public image. Keep in mind, they themselves did not put themselves as public figures. Corey Holcomb, he actually went and got pictures from Anton's private libraries, right? Then intentionally used that image. He took an image to then insult this child intentionally and then started making t-shirts about it.
If
that's
you put
not just
something
saying
on Facebook is public material.
Hold up, not the point. Still not the point. If at the end of the day we say the reason why it happened is because Anton put them in that position, that's still. But we as men should have still been like, nah, fuck that, we're out of pocket. I'm another one down, Anton. I'm another one down, Sean. But so you got to really put that in perspective, bro. Like you can't just say, oh well, he did it. The man could be proud of his wife and daughter. That doesn't mean that the rest of the world can then, because he's proud of his wife and daughter, they can then use that same pride to bully that wife and daughter.
No doubt.
Like, just because I sell you apples doesn't mean I can slap you with a watermelon. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
No doubt. And I think so anyway, so what I want to get back to is how important this channel gotta be is that people are trying to discredit it.
Yeah.
And people are trying to discredit me. I find that wild. I didn't know that the show was that big to people that they are trying to discredit it before it grows to where it needs to go to. Like for them to say that I'm just like Anton or Corey Holcomb is a wild statement.
And that was wild. Habaragani, my brother Sharon, I'd like to thank you for letting me into your room and keeping my shoes on because I'm not wearing socks and my feet stink. First of all, I'd like to say salute to my brother Brownsville. Yo, you point, I'll shoot. No more needs to be said, right? So I've listened to a lot that went on here, right? So I'm never going to make it to the point of Anton Daniels to make the bigger point that I want to make, right? So when we talk about man code, this would have been one of the times that I would have said SMD, right? Like, my issue with you is the money that I pay that you don't let me speak as long as I'm supposed to speak, right? But you asking me about my interactions or transactions with another man, yo, SMD. See, this one I would have crashed out personally on man code. All that would have went out the window. But again, I'm a goofy. Everyone knows that. So hold on, Habaragani.
But you a funny goofy, so it's okay.
Let's bring it back, right?
And even when you interrupt, I don't even think you just have Tourette's. So you don't.
This way I got mad.
You don't even actually mean it with malice. Even when you talk
showing the
about
Cash App and all that.
Doing it right now.
I already know where the conversation is gonna go. The conversation is gonna go to you could be sending the money back from another Cash App or a Zelle or something. Right. I'm watching it, knowing that's where it's gonna go. And for me, I just know I would have already said SMD, right? Like, and leave it there. Be mad if you mad. Right, you ban yourself from the platform, right? But
yeah,
on the other side of that, you know, there is that. Like when homie tried to crash out with Brownsville, I'm like, he never gonna win. You know what I mean? But it wasn't because I thought you was gonna give Brownsville the advantage. One thing I could say is every time he dropped the bag, you did drop Brownsville. That shocked me, right? Because I want to do that to PH Diva, the supremacist vaginal vessel, but that's neither here nor there. This is not about me.
Hey, you know she was on earlier. How come you didn't say that then?
Because I was high.
And the thing about it, for real though, like how people keep trying to test my what I've been doing it. Hey, there you go. Think about it. Yeah, man. Like I didn't know. Like sometimes when you start to realize, like, oh, this shit is bigger than you. Like this show is bigger than me. Clearly. It's getting something out of people that people normally don't get out in the open. Like us having this strong man conversation and people want to just succumb to the weak man mindset and we're not allowing it to happen. We've been fighting this for a long time. We've been fighting this so much. Me and Truth be fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like we try to get to the core and then we come right back because we always argue the point.
Yeah.
Even when I almost slipped up. Even when I almost slipped up, guess who was there to hold me accountable? Truth. Because I almost did slip up.
Yeah.
Because of anger. But it takes another stand-up man for me to say, you know what? You're right. I almost went to a level where it's not redeemable. I was close. And if you're really trying to move this goddamn needle, how you say, Sharon, you got to make sure you pay attention to that when you get upset as well.
Man, forget all that. Tell him.
And so even when I knew where Lee was going and all that, I wanted it to also be out there so people won't try to say I try to silence him. I want people to see that he was being outrageous, where he didn't even want nothing else to be said because I have the truth and he got lies and I got to combat the lie.
Yeah, because that would have been an opportune time to really, go off. At first, I thought you was going to go off because that is a very alarming thing to say somebody. That's credibility, integrity. That's saying that you are scumbag.
He called you a
Like you out
thief.
here.
Yeah, he called you a thief.
You know,
You're a thief. You're a thief, bro. That's
and when
bad.
and when we have people in this space that literally did thievery. You feel what I'm saying? True. They literally did. They literally went and they cashed them and tried to doctor something up.
Yeah.
That's wild.
But did you get a chance to show our history?
I can't the past what I already showed, I can't show past
Man,
that.
we don't need to see that.
If I go into any other history, then it shows other people's names.
Man,
It's
Brownsville,
not.
we
It
don't need
doesn't.
to
It
see
doesn't.
that, bro.
Yeah, the people either gonna believe it or not. It's like showing
Right.
a little bit of history on a Cash App. Someone's gonna say, "Oh, well, it could be other Cash Apps you're using, all this other stuff."
Right. They're
It
gonna
don't
find
matter.
another way.
Yeah, they're always going to find a conspiracy
They're gonna
theorists are
find
always going to
something else.
find a way to dive deeper into the conspiracy. That's why it's a conspiracy theory, whether it be this or something else. You know, like they're always
But
going
here's
to
the
find
worst
a
part
way that
about
they're
it.
not wrong.
The worst part about it is once you start proving this, you're gonna have to start proving everything. Even like you're gonna have to start proving unknown unknowns.
You don't
Oh,
have
if
to
you can
prove
prove it,
nothing,
it's
man.
his fault. I'm not telling you to do it.
SMD. You
The
don't
thing
have
is
to
that
prove
at the end of the
nothing.
day, nobody knows.
Right.
Or at least the vast majority of us don't know actually who you
Brownsville, I'm
are.
wilding.
Brownsville could be your cousin. He might not. Y'all could be saying y'all are like Titan Shadow. The Titan could be your cousin's husband or something. Like Uda could be some family member. We don't know who anybody is.
Nigga, why y'all throw me out there like that? Nah,
at the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
One thing I can say is
The only reason people know Brownsville is your cousin is because y'all have said it. But if y'all didn't say it, nobody would know. And so y'all being upfront.
That would have been a real grip right there.
And then they're gonna, oh well, you didn't say that was your cousin, and like, oh, you didn't say that was your cousin. If that was your cousin, I wouldn't have been doing it. Why are you saying it? You sound like a hoe.
Hey, have y'all ever heard the intro video?
We both had disagreements being Sharon and Brownsville, but I don't take Brownsville as a liar.
Brownsville name is literally in the title.
Right.
Yeah, I don't take
When
him
you
as
go
a
to the title video, his name's the third name listed.
Man, Brownsville never ran everywhere. Brownsville
Yeah, so-
solid over here, and it's about your platform, bro. All this
All
other
I know is
stuff
that I've been to a
warping.
casino a lot, and I was always told, don't take money that you're not willing to lose, that you're not willing to part with. That's what I was always told. And so I keep that same mentality when I'm on YouTube. If I'm not willing to part with it, whether that be that, what? If I'm not willing to part with it, why am I like, why? Like, I'm not going to complain that somebody did something because it was money that I didn't care about anyway. It was gambling money.
Oh yeah, somebody brought up a distinct
YouTube is
point.
gambling money. It don't matter.
Hey, somebody brought up a distinct point. Brownsville, when he come in, he always called Sharon Cuzzo, and that's a distinct title to give somebody. Cuzzo,
right,
from up north.
Hey, AR, think about was Wall Street there,
That's
but
not
AR,
even
think about this. Would
real
you
quick, bro? That's
go
not
ahead?
even in conversation though, because Brownsville is a man of integrity. If you actually rock with the platform and you've listened to his points, the one thing, unlike again my arch nemesis, the supremacist vaginal vessel, right? You will get times where Brownsville will disagree with not only Sharon but the whole platform, right? So we know he's a man of integrity. So all of the is it Cuzzo, is it not Cuzzo, like that's Brownsville. It is what it is.
I don't know what the hell that meant. What did you say? 2 cents? I don't know what the Willie's talking about. He over here
Brownsville
yapping,
know what
man.
I'm so you don't know. Because you never
No,
been
I
to
know
Brooklyn.
what Wall Street talking about.
Ayo,
Slap the taste out of your
That's a
mouth.
fact.
I'd like to see it.
Hey, AR, but what else about it?
Well, let me read the
Oh, go
super
ahead.
chats that I missed trying to prove a lie wrong, which is
That was
this
so
is why
fun.
I never did like
That was for no reason.
a liar. You know what I'm saying? Like I never like a liar. Lies are the most dangerous
Yeah,
thing. in
that's
the
a
world.
disgusting.
No, a liar can absolutely
Yeah.
get you. Absolutely, they can get you killed. That's all it takes. And the worst part about it, just like with the whole Me Too movement, once you prove it, nobody's gonna say my bad. Nobody's gonna retract it. Nobody's gonna say anything. Like even though I showed my statement showing that I'm not sending any money out, it don't mean anything. Shout out to NT the Border Room with the $3 super sticker. Thank you so much, my brother. I really appreciate it. Shiesty Bum with the $1.99. We will continue to drag deadbeats. And that's what he said.
And that right there is not talking about someone. Exactly.
Right.
That's not talking about
That's what
somebody.
he's really trying to argue about. OG, excuse me, the ghost, OGJ Speed, the 5 eyes. NOI don't have this problem. Men and women need correction. Stop sharpening knife on one side. It's human problem. Stop protecting bad men and women. Absolutely. I agree. Shicey Bump to 199. Your lack of parenting ain't about your daughter. Again, they would say that is me allowing something. The lie detector with 5 eyes. Lee may be on some BS sometimes, but he not lying. If all men really didn't want any BS in this space, it wouldn't happen, and neither would those bounties. Yeah, I don't. Phil James with the 999. Sharon, you don't have to show all that. Thank you. I appreciate that, Phil. The lie detector, you got to be careful who you talk to behind closed doors. History always repeats itself, and so will the play. It always, inevitable time will show. That is very true as well. What is in the dark is going to come into the light. It is what it is. A random independent with 20 ball. Now he got a credit. Sit LJ slow ass down. 20 for the play. My bad. A random independent. American tradesman. Remember, for 1 month, Lee only spoke on wives and kids after he was disrespected first with his daughter. He saw that you guys didn't have any credibility. He's there himself. He could defend himself. What's the crazy part? He's there. Tato Mills, drop Joey and free bitch. Oh, and free Lou bitch ass. My bad. I know he said drop both of them. God damn. Not flip flop Lou. The lie detector. Faraz, how can you claim moral superiority, then allow immoral behavior for people to have to defend? That would make you a facilitator.
Facilitator, sir.
Facilitator.
Yeah, I need some water. No, it's not.
Yeah, go drink some water.
I do need to drink some water. No, it's not. I don't have nothing to do. So if Shadow and 2 Cents is arguing, I will allow them to argue. That's always been the standard of the show, to let two people duke out their own fights. It's when the other person is not here, right? That's when it becomes an issue. I don't understand why they don't get that. The wife and kids wasn't brought up when it was in front of Anton. If Corey would have said something about that man, wife and kids in front of him, it's no conversation about this at all. Because then now you could say he didn't defend his wife and daughter. But that's not what happened. I don't know why people get it confused. Joey, 85 with the 499. It's up whenever I pull up to New York, Sharon. Good show, though. Actually, everybody want to whoop my ass, truth. Aaron Toulouse to us. Legally, she's not a public, according to the law. She is not a public figure at all. Not even close to one. Shout out to Freeze all over the talk about another great show. Until well, you good people, Sharon and Brown. There is some moral outrage and superiority at play. The internet is gonna internet. And that was Shadow's one in the chamber. He used it on Wall Street. Willie? And we got Robert Black with the $2. Sharon, give me some money.
I didn't even have a reason to use it against Willie. I just wanted to.
God damn.
That's crazy. R.I.P. Willie.
Dang.
That was the last one?
Yeah, that was the last one.
Okay. Yeah, Sharon, what I was about to say about it's like someone saying you cheat on your wife. You cheating on your wife. I was like, you can't turn around and say, now I got to prove that I'm not cheating on my wife. That's what they were trying to have Sharon do with the Cash App thing. I was like, why am I trying to? It made no sense to me on how it was going. Now I got to prove that I'm not cheating. Yeah, well, that was crazy. But everybody know it could possibly believe this, but you don't know that. And to say that to a man like that is something on a whole nother level. Just like the other thing that I want to say real quick, AR, I know you about to come up, but about the whole notion that we understand literally and figuratively, and sometimes people don't. When I say, hey man, you kissing the boss's butt today, that doesn't mean you going behind closed door and kissing the guy's butt. Now, it's a poor choice of words, but on the other side, it was figuratively. Anton